Okay, that solves that problem.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
We are in the presence of the greatest president of all time.
He has packed 8 years of transformative action in just 1 month. No one in this country has ever seen anything like it.
The president has already signed 73 executive orders. That is more than double the number signed by Joe Biden and more than quadruple the number signed by Barack Obama over the same period.
Thank you all for joining today our 1-month celebration of the most historic opening to a presidency in American history. He has ended all DEI across the federal government, terminated all federal workers involved in promulgating these unlawful policies. He has restored merit as the cornerstone of all federal policy.
You know, I grew up in South Africa, but my morality was informed by America. I read comic books, you know, played Dungeons and Dragons, and I watched American TV shows, and it seemed like America cared about being the good guys, you know, about doing the right thing. And that's actually pretty unusual, by the way. And so I was like, yeah, you know, you want to be this good, you want to be on the side of good, you want to care about what's right.
Why does our own government want to turn against our own people? It's a scandal. It's a disgrace in 2025. A rally a day keeps the fascists away, okay?
He has undertaken a historic cost-cutting effort across the federal government, uncovering corruption on a scale that we never thought imaginable, and already saving $50 billion in a single year, which over a 10-year period would be $500 billion. Just think about how vast and enormous that sum is.
Kash Patel, mark my words, will cause evil in this building behind us, and Republicans who vote for him will rue that day.
No one is a bigger or more dangerous sycophant than Kash Patel. This political hack does not deserve to be in this building.
This is not a distraction. This is a real danger and a real threat.
What's happening with the Democrat Party and the concern about Donald Trump pursuing peace, which is what he campaigned on?
Yeah, isn't it a little odd, Laura, that the same party that has been pounding the table and waving their hands in the air for a ceasefire, demanding it, including Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, what have you, in Gaza, is now completely opposed to President Trump being the president of peace and ending the war in Ukraine. I mean, it's just, it's nonsensical. And I think it's just, let's oppose all things President Trump's trying to do. What did I say today at the press conference with our great spokeswoman, Caroline Levitt? Who in the world is against peace?
Kash Patel is a crown jewel in this lawless rampage. He's an instrument of Donald Trump's effort to destroy the Justice Department and the FBI. He willingly agrees to carry out the vengeance tour of Donald Trump.
I would analogize this to a smash and grab robbery. And speed is to your advantage when you're the smash and grab robber. And doing as much destruction as you can quickly is to your advantage when you're the smash and grab robber.
Oh, why is Adam Schiff so worried about Kash Patel?
Adam Schiff is afraid of the truth because he's a habitual liar. Talk about a political hack. He is one, but now he's unfortunately a U.S. Senator. But I fully expect Kash Patel, first of all, to be transparent, which obviously the FBI and Department of Justice was not under President Biden. The American people deserve the truth, and we're going to work very closely with Kash Patel to give the American people the truth, to expose all the corruption, the partisanship within the FBI, maybe even the Department of Justice. This can't go on. We're going to return integrity, restore integrity to the FBI. That is Kash's mission. That's what he told me prior to his confirmation hearing. He wanted to return credibility, integrity to the FBI. Send agents out to the field, make prosecutorial decisions out there, outside the politics of Washington, D.C., return to a single system of justice, one for all Americans.
We didn't vote for sex changes in Guatemala. Joe Biden never campaigned on that. Congress sent COVID money to a school in California. They said, screw hand sanitizers and new laptops. They spent $400,000 renting out a Major League Baseball stadium for graduation. For social distancing, maybe, I don't know. There it is, Angel Stadium. These people don't care how hard you work to make that money. They'll just waste it like that. No respect.
People ask me, what's the most surprising thing that you've encountered when you go to D.C., when you're in D.C.? And I said, well, the most surprising thing is the scale of the expenditures and actually how easy it is to, when you add caring and competence where it was absent before, you can actually save billions of dollars, sometimes in an hour. They really lack empathy for the average taxpayer who's working hard, paying taxes, and then they say, oh, $1 million doesn't matter. I'm like, I think it matters a lot.
Republicans are gutting agency after agency. Then you add the CDC, the EPA, HUD. Taking away those who work to make our lives better only makes sense if you think we don't need prevention from pandemics, pollution, or to, answer to an affordable housing crisis.
Stacey Abrams is about to get doged. Right after she lost her last election, she started a climate group with a bunch of other people. If you're a Democrat, gotta have a climate charity. Well, it started out with just $100. Couldn't raise a penny. Then Biden comes in and voila, they donate $2 billion to this brand new group. What does Stacey Abrams know about the climate? She's an erotic thriller writer who lives outside of Atlanta. Has Stacey Abrams ever even gone hiking? I don't know. She just doesn't strike me as a nature enthusiast. Did Stacey Abrams plant any trees with the money? Did she pick up any litter? Well, we can't find any evidence that this group did anything for the climate. Trump's guys are trying to claw back the cash, but that is a lot of money. And this is how the game works. Democrats launch 501c3s. Their friends in D.C. send them our money, and then they hire their cousins, pay all themselves fat salaries, and use the money to travel first class, of course, to climate summits and pay Al Gore to speak at their events. Everywhere you look in Washington are deals like this.
Waste is pretty much everywhere. People ask, how can you find waste in D.C.? I'm like, look, it's like being in a room, and this target, the wall, the roofs, and the floor are all targets. So it's like, you're going to close your eyes and go shoot in any direction. you can't miss,
We do want to look. We hope everything's fine with Fort Knox, but we're going to go to Fort Knox, the fabled Fort Knox, to make sure the gold is there.
Where would the gold have gone?
If the gold isn't there, we're going to be very upset.
And Big Balls is going to Ukraine.
It's also time to find out what happened with all the money, because he made the statement that half of it he doesn't know where it is or something like that. And I'd like to find out all the money that we've been sending to Ukraine, where is it?
Doge is sniffing around Ukraine, Fort Knox, the IRS, the Pentagon. I think it's pretty obvious now why they wanted Trump dead or in jail.
All right, Trump's also cleaning house at the IRS. Of course, that's the left's most cherished bureaucracy. Nearly 7,000 IRS bureaucrats were fired today, and the left has been in a total meltdown over their fate.
The Internal Revenue Service is also one of the hyper-efficient federal government agencies by far. It is the agency which makes money for the federal government. The truth is the IRS costs zero.
If we're cutting staff at the IRS, that means your payment and your refund will not get processed in a timely manner.
It's tax season, and they're also looking to not just access IRS systems, but also potentially lay off IRS workers there. I mean, this is a full-scale assault on government, and it's going to have impacts.
Remember Biden's 80,000 agents? Well, the IRS just doesn't cost zero. It spent over $16 billion in fiscal year 2023. And again, the Biden administration moved to hire what was 20,000 new employees, $80 billion to improve tax enforcement, meaning more targeting of hardworking Americans. And Biden streamlined 15 million illegals, remember, into the country, paroled millions more. So Trump, look, has his work cut out for him. But day by day, they're making a lot of progress. And much more is being planned, including legal action against mayors who insist on protecting criminal illegals. So don't interfere with Ice Ice Baby.
I'm happy the numbers are up. I'm happy with the results so far. I am not satisfied. I will not be satisfied till every gang member, every illegal alien gang member, every illegal alien public safety threat and national security threat is eradicated from this country.
What's incredible about all of this is that the cost per illegal is now estimated to be about $130,000 to keep them in the United States. Now, most people across the country hear that sum and they think, well, wait a second, I don't make anywhere near $130,000. And yet we're supposed to keep the federal benefits going that are in the hundreds of billions of dollars. So Donald Trump said no in that executive order. Those federal benefits are over. Do you think that's going to be upheld in court?
I do, because what President Trump is doing is just instituting the law, right? There's a law from 1996 that says these illegal aliens should not be getting public benefits, and the Biden administration skirted that with parole and everything else that they gave them over these 4 years. And so President Trump is actually trying to implement what Congress passed and implement the law, and so I think they will be successful.
Chad, thank you so much, as always. And Democrats think screaming into a microphone is actually going to stop Trump.
When we are sitting down and they try to storm these offices and dismiss people, the key here, make them show a warrant, make them show a document, make them assert their authority. Ask them, who are you? They're no one. He's running around because he thinks he's got a bank account with a lot of zeros in it, that it makes him some kind of super citizen.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul is also having a bit of a difficult time about this photo that the White House tweeted out today saying congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king.
President Donald Trump tweeted, "Long live the king." I'm here to say New York hasn't labored under a king in over 250 years. And we sure as hell are not going to start now.